All right, welcome everybody. This is going to be the weekly recap for this last week, ending on April 1st, 2022. Hopefully, I'm back on track with these recaps. Been really busy getting this new website rolled out. And I just want to let you know that if you go to my website now, binaryprostrategies.com, we did finally upload this weekend. But apparently during propagation, there were some of the features did not completely get moved over. So some of the links are not working. So I apologize for that. If you're interested in any of our products, I still think you can go out and look at them, but I'm not sure that you're able to purchase anything right now. If you want to purchase, please contact me directly. My contact information is on the website, and we can go ahead and get you set up to that. Or if you're having any trouble accessing any of the training videos, if you are a member, please let me know that as well. We'll make sure that we get you a back door to that so you can get access to those videos. So any issues, let me know. Hopefully we'll have everything resolved this week. I know they're working on it. The ISP who's hosting this had some issues. I know they're working on getting everything fixed up, so apologize for that. So besides that, also make sure that you sign up for our next free webinar. A lot of really, really good information. Folks, what makes us different is that I do not trade like anybody else trades. I promise you that. Any of my subscribers will tell you that my approach to trading is totally different, and that's why it works. It is based on something I found over 30 years ago. They're called behavioral patterns. They hold up and they work across the board. They're organic. They're universal. They work in anything, whether I'm trading a gold silver contract, or I'm trading a forex currency, or I'm trading a pork belly. It doesn't matter. The patterns are the same in all the markets, okay? And so if you want to get a better idea of how I trade, now you can do that. We do have a live show every morning, okay, from 9 to 10 Eastern time every morning on YouTube and Facebook. First hour is absolutely free. Keep in mind there is a delay just because of the way that they rebroadcast. So it's not designed for you to trade along with me because of the delay. Of course, if you are a member, then of course there is a live feed. So there is live feed there. But the idea on the live broadcast is to see that we are unique. What we do is totally different, and that the approach that I have to trading does work and it does make money. All right. So obviously there's no guarantee, because I can't guarantee how you trade. I can't guarantee your experience. I can't guarantee whether you're going to make a trade or not. And I can't guarantee whether you make a trade after a loss or not. And that's the biggest issue with most traders, is they have one or two losses and they're ready to throw in the towel, or they're ready to stop trading. Everything is based on probabilities, and the probabilities tell me that if I keep trading, that I am going to come out ahead. So that is something I can't control. But for those that are using it and have been consistently working with it, I do have a lot of very profitable traders. Some of them are now going full-time into this business, which is what my ultimate goal is, right? I've been trading now for over 40 years, and so I want to teach other people how to do it and how to do it the right way. And if you're interested in making a living out of trading, I am the person that can help you do that. All right. And I promise you, I will put in as much time as I need to help you get this. All right. But once again, you have to meet me in the middle, and you have to be willing to put in a lot of time yourself, right? I can't help you become a good trader unless you're willing to put in the time, just like I can't help you become a professional football player. Once again, you've got to put in the practice. You got to put in the time in order to do that. So we can coach you, we can give you all the right tools, but you still have to put in the effort, okay, in order to become a good trader. So that being said, just bear with us on the website, but there's a lot of really cool things coming down the pike here, so be watching for that. Make sure you check out the live morning show. And now let's take a look at the live stats for the week. See how we did in the chat room on the core strategy, and also we'll take a look at the first 3 months on our nightly setups. Remember, those trades are put on the night before, they expire the following day. Please keep in mind if you're following the daily setups, they are not designed to carry it to the close. All right, it is designed to give you a bias, and then based on that bias, you can get in and then you can scalp. Some trades you may want to avoid, some trades you may not want to avoid. I will show you how I've been doing, what the patterns I've been using, how I've been trading them. But once again, it's not designed as a black and white approach to trading. You buy in, you just get out whenever it expires. Okay. That does work in some of the patterns. I'll show you those. But once again, just make sure that trading is never going to be mechanical. You have to look at everything more holistically. You have to look at a lot of different things in trading, not just whether something is a buy or sell or a particular setup occurs. You have to make sure you're looking at everything in a more holistic approach. All right, and that's something I do teach in the core package. All right, let's take a look at our stats for the week here. All right, so here we are once again. This is one of the patterns that we've been following here for several years now, and I continue to update the stats every week just to let you know how the patterns are doing. As to be expected, we do continue to hit in the 70 percentile. This isn't changed. This has not changed over 30 years. So I don't expect anything to change because these are based on what I call behavioral patterns. And people's behavior is predictable up to a degree. Never 100%, but we can certainly hit at least 70-75%. And that gives me a tremendous edge in the market. And that's all we're looking to do, right? Everything is based on probabilities, and we just trade those probabilities. But I'm very confident that my probabilities are continue to hold up. That is factor number one, having confidence that what you're looking at is going to continue to hold up. And I know what those percentages are, all right? So real important. There's a lot of things we can do with percentages, and I get more into that in the core package. But that being said, just watching Aussie, Euro, and the Yen, I have continued to focus personally on the Yen and the Euro. Even though you look at the Aussie, it was a little bit higher this week over the Euro, and actually even higher than the Yen. But I understand the characteristics of the Yen, so I've continued to follow the Yen and the Aussie. Once again, these are what I call naked, so meaning that we're only looking at this in a single dimension. There's actually a total of 4 different dimensions. 5th dimension I'll teach you in the crystal ball package, but in the core there is 4 different dimensions that you want to look at. We're only looking at the very first dimension. Adding, as we start looking at the markets in different dimensions, we start to increase our probability of success. So, but starting out of the gate, first dimension, I am definitely putting the odds in my favor, and that's what I'm trying to show you. This is strictly very black and white. Once again, not suggesting anybody trade like that, but that's saying if you had a sell or if you had a buy based on this one particular pattern, then you would buy and sell, and this is what the results would be. Very mechanical. Once again, I don't believe in being a mechanical trader, but even if you were, it still put the percentages in your favor. That's what I'm trying to show here. Not saying that you should trade like that, okay? So going into this week, I'll continue to stick with the Euro and the US Yen. And also, if you've been watching our morning show, I have started to incorporate the Einstein formula. That is something, folks. No, it is not for sale. I wouldn't sell it. I have no plans on selling it. It's just something that I've learned from a very successful trader over 30 years ago, and it was not supposed to be disclosed to anybody. So I like to keep my word, and not disclose it, but he made a lot of money with it. And if you follow my morning show, you will be able to take advantage of the calls. Okay, so I'll still make the calls for you, let you know where the buy and sells are, what the profit targets are, where the stop and reversals are, right? Like anything else, it is not perfect, but it's very consistent, and it's the most powerful thing that I've ever seen, besides CB. All right, CB is very powerful as well. Okay, so let's just look at our daily results. And I wanted to show you a couple things here. I wanted to show you where we were with the daily setups. Now you know that we follow 4 different patterns. We have the HF, HF2, HF3, and DP. DP is something that we teach you in core. HF, HF2, and HF3 are 3 patterns that we teach you in CB, but we do apply it to the daily charts as well. I personally am a very short-term trader, so I like to trade anything shorter than 5 minutes. 5 minutes for me is long-term. But I personally do put on these daily trades, and the daily trades that I put on is I've been sticking with the HF, and I've been sticking with the DP, all right? And that's what I will continue to stick with. I don't do a lot of HF, well, I don't do any HF2s. I did one the other day. But I don't do, unless I really like the HF2 setup, I'll do that, and I don't do the HF3s unless I really like the setup on the HF3s. But you can see how they've done over the last several years. In 2020, I wasn't tracking the HF2s, HF3s, or the DP, so that's why I don't have anything there. In 2021, I didn't start tracking DPs until October 18th, 2021. So these results are over a 2-month period for 2020. So this is the total of 2021. This is the total on the HF for 2020, and this is the total so far for the first 3 months of 2022 for the HF. This is my favorite. This is what I trade. I've also been trading the DP, but this is absolutely my favorite. So if I see something that I really like, I will from time to time put on several contracts. Okay, and the way these work is they're put on the night before, and they are carried to expiration. These results are assuming that you carry to expiration. Once again, don't suggest you trade like that, but these are assuming if you did carry it to expiration. So what this is really showing is that of all of them, the HF has been the most reliable in terms of holding its momentum, over almost a 24-hour period. So it's really, really strong. And we've been through some crazy markets right now with the war going on in Russia and Ukraine and everything else that's going down the pike. It's been consistently profitable. So to me, that says something about the strength of these patterns. All right. So once again, that's kind of where we are for this week. We'll continue to track everything. Please join us in the morning and watch my Einstein setups. I think you're going to like those because we are looking at indices. We're looking at some commodities. We're also doing the Forex pairs. You can trade anything. You don't. If you like to trade commodities, you can trade with commodities. You don't have to use binaries. We like binaries because it allows me to take advantage of the movement as if I was trading a spot contract, but at the same time I have some really strong built-in limits. So if something crazy were to happen while I'm in a trade, I know I have a safety net, right? I have my parachute just in case something were to happen. I always have my reserve there, so they're kind of like backup. So we'll get more into that if you want to understand how I use them. But nonetheless, I think it's a better way to trade. But like I said, you can still trade anything. You can still trade stock indices. If you want to trade those, you want to trade the future contracts, you can do that, and so forth. So I want to wish everybody to have a great week. I think this week so far, that I can tell, this first day it started off really well. And I expect that to continue as we go into the end of the week because the volatility is there right now, and that's what we thrive on. We thrive on volatility. So this is the time that I'm going to push a little bit harder because I like this volatility, and this is where I tend to have my best days. All right, everybody have a good trading week. Good luck on your trading, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.